Yo, what is up, everybody? And today we are back on the channel with some more Madden 26 Titans franchise mode. And today video is a little longer. It's because there's two videos in one, and the reason for that is because this Texans guy, or yeah, the previous Texans guy, I don't know, he hasn't played like any of his games, or I don't know what's going on. I think for the time that I was supposed to be playing him, he was like out of town for whatever time. So I just played the CPU both times. So today in this video we are covering Texans or Titans versus CPUs. So this first game, obviously, some week week 9 action against the Texans, and then we're going straight into week 11 action, or not week 9. Hold on, no, week 8 action against the Texans, and then the next one would be week 10. And you guys might be like, oh, what happened to week 9? That goes into my next point. So week 9 against the Colts. Once again, I forgot to download the video after I finished my Twitch stream, so that video just won't happen. It just doesn't exist because, of course, I'm an idiot and I forgot. I literally took over a week to download it, and it's gone now. But that video does not exist. So, just to give you guys like a quick what happened in that one, kind of the same thing as all the other Colts games. It was just a little bit of that one-sided domination. We won 52 to 12, I believe it was 52 to 12. And if you guys are wondering why my memory might be a little bit blank and I'm not sure, I am very far behind. I'm like a season behind. We're in season 3, week 4, and this is season 2, week 8 and 10. So I am very behind right now. So my memory is a little bit off, but I think that was around the score like 52 to 12 that we won. Cam Ward, I don't actually think it wasn't as offensive as the last one was, where we had Cam Ward throwing 8 touchdowns. It was pretty sure it was more. Cam Ward had like 10 passes. Tony Pollard had like 9 rushes. I think we had like a pick six and a fumble six and that. But whatever it was, it wasn't more offensive. It was more defensive. We had like a couple pick six. I know for sure we had a fumble six with Jeffrey Simmons. So yeah, that's kind of what happened. As oh my goodness, C.J. Stroud is almost automatically sacked by Jeffrey Simmons there, but he went to cover the running back, got a little fooled by the play action. But going into like the style of this video, as you guys might have already realized, plays are being skipped. Yeah, right there. Plays being skipped. If you guys don't remember from last season, I said as Deontay Lawson gets the pick, CJ Stroud put his hands right into the cookie jar, and Deontay Lawson has a chance to take this all the way back to the crib, which he will, unless Nico Collins. Nah, he won't catch up. Amazing pick six. Deontay Lawson has been going off. I mean, he's been going off, and he always goes off against the CPU. But doesn't matter. He has good stats. But like I was saying, going into the formats of these videos, you see kind of like skipping a couple plays. So if you don't remember from last season, I did say like when we play games back to back against CPUs, as Tavondre Sweat easily gets CJ Stroud on the sack there. When we play these CPU games like back to back, it will be more of like a highlight style format, as Deontay Lawson almost had another pick. Yeah, but it will be like a highlight style format just to like shorten the videos a little bit as CJ Stroud goes over the middle, and CJ Stroud will have a touchdown to the rookie. That was easy work, even though we dropped back everyone. But like I said, this will be like more of a highlight style format, trying to shorten the videos a little bit, even though this is somehow still a 30-minute video. And I don't know how I barely like shaved off any time from these videos. At first, it was going to be like I think a 35 to 40 minute video, but then I realized, hey, I'm not trying to sit down and talk for that long. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make some highlights, and I made the highlights, and it is still near 30 minutes. So because I didn't do the best job ever as Cam Ward getting it underneath to Chigoziem Okonkwo. Now 3rd and 4. Going back into the like big schedule of the year as we get it back against Okonkwo, he's been the lead target this year. He's been the lead target. This guy needs a dev up in sometime soon because he's been putting in the work as Tony Pollard has a gap. Tony Pollard going to get into the end zone for another touchdown. Yeah, but Okongo, he's been putting in the work this year. He has been our lead target. He's that guy for the big tight end role. He's thrown that out. Maybe one day we'll have him like a little bit of a George Kittle type player as CJ Stroud gets it underneath for the first down. Now man in motion for the Texans. Now going over the middle to Nico Collins, who gets banged up by Deontay Lawson. That was an amazing end. Just going back to it, Deontay Lawson, man, amazing rookie. He was a really, or I guess a little bit of a steal, but he showed why. Oh, there he goes again, Deontay Lawson with the second pick of the game. Look, man, he's showing why he deserved to be drafted, and he's showing maybe he should have been drafted a little bit higher, but I guess he's a little lower overall. I think when we got him, he was like a 71. Now he's up to like 75. So guess we had him in the right place for a little bit of a steal. You just got to play right with him as Calvin Ridley has a first down. Now at the 33-yard line, a minute left till halftime. Cam Ward handing it off to Tony Pollard up the middle, who had the first down and a little bit more. But going to the future of this series, I really need to lock in as Cam Ward has time to pocket. Now running out of time, throws it away, and it's picked off by Will Anderson, who will be running, bumbling, not really stumbling, but will have an easy pick six on the Titans. And it has been a pick six fest so far. Already one for both teams, but oh man, a little bit of a unlucky play there, and a little bit of a stupid play by us. We had Tony Pollard wide open that whole time, and we waited until like the last second to throw it, which led to that pick six. As now, 20 seconds till halftime, we get it underneath and we use our first timeout. But going to the series, the future of this league, bro, I've been trying to log in. Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna stop making videos, but like I actually need to log in. I am literally almost a full season behind now. I'm, let's see, not a full season, but like I think I'm like 20 games away from being caught up. That's definitely an overshot, as Joey Slide will have his 54-yard field goal up and good before half easily. Joey Slide's that dude. He won't miss unless I make him miss, but he's really that guy as we take a 10-point lead going into halftime. And um, let's see, going into the future, I need to lock in with the series, bro. This weekend, I should have got this video out like Friday night and had like two more videos done, but I was just so unlocked. I've been cooking on MLB The Show lately, so that's why I've been a little bit unproductive. Oh, what was I going to say? I literally had something in my head as CJ Stroud gets it to who's that Tank Dell for the first down and a little bit more. As now out of the single back off the play action, CJ Stroud dropping back to pass has some time going underneath as James Williams Sr. trying to blow somebody up before they go out of bounds, but did not get there in time as third and one, just right up the middle for a first down and a lot more. I believe that was the Texans fullback, or no, yeah, their fullback actually, Jack Westover, who you will probably not see a lot from as takedown, says get off of me and goes easily in for a touchdown. Just like that, the Texans have taken us down to a 3-point lead, and unless we sell this game, we will be going probably 6-0 in the division. I mean, the CPU is nobody to like just count out because the all Madden CPU. You guys have heard the stories about the all Madden CPU. Always going crazy, always something weird happening, but definitely not something to count out. But if we win these two games, we are going 6-0 in the division, and all we have to really do is win at least four, 3 or 4 games after, because like said, the Texans and the Colts, you won't really see them fighting for like the division contention as Tajay Spears has a hole in more. Tajay Spears trying to escape. Oh, Derek Stingley just caught up to him, but um, the Jaguars are the only other team in the division that we really have to worry about. I mean, unless the Texans have some type of like revival in their season as Cam Ward tries to get it to Kim DK there, but overshoots it as we have another field goal of Joey Sly up and good. Unless the Texans have like some sort of revival after these two games, because um, they'll be down in the division by just that much. I believe the Texans are so far they're like 0 and 4. They lost two games to the Jags so far, and then I think they lost to the. I think the Texans have a really weird division schedule too, where they play all their games before like week 10 or week. Yeah, some they have like a schedule like ours as CJ Stroud dives for the easy first down, but unless they have a rival, you probably wouldn't count them in for division leadership as Jeffrey Simmons gets the sack there now 3rd and 16 in the fourth quarter. CJ Stroud dropping back to pass. CJ Stroud loading up going deep for Nico Collins, who will not make the grab in double coverage there. Decent effort though. It's 4th and 16. The Texans will punt it away to Kim DK. But like I was saying, it's really just us and the Jags, and the Jags, they've only lost two games this season, and you know who those two losses are to us. So, like, other than that, they are pretty much perfect on the season. It's it's literally just us. So we have to like win at least after the bye week. We have to win like four games. Well, first we have to win against this Texan CPU and the Texan CPU again, and then after the bye week, then we can really say it as a forced fumble. Kyer Elam picks it up, and Kyer Elam will not run into the end zone. And this is the move from me. I wanted to waste a little bit of time, as you already see. We're at 5 minutes and 30 seconds as Tony Pollard had nowhere to go. Now under 5 minutes, 3rd and goal. Cam Ward going outside for Calvin Ridley, easy touchdown, and we succeeded. We took a little bit more time off the clock. Now under 5 minutes, going for the 2 point conversion. We get outside to Tony Pollard, who hangs on. But it's like after the bye week, the Jaguars they play the same opponents, like nearly the same opponents that we have, except they have the Chargers. Um, so it's not much of a different schedule. The only difference is that they've already played a bunch of the opponents we have. Like the Ravens and the Bills, they've already played them. So it's not as much as a gauntlet that we have. It's more of like a spread out schedule for us. We have a gauntlet, so we need to be perfect, and it's going to be hard to be perfect in the schedule we've been given. But kind of just have to try our best. As CJ Stroud is taking off here, CJ Stroud has some extra yards, and he's showing his little dual threat quarterback there. He's not the most dual threat, but apparently he gets it done in Madden. As now CJ Stroud lobbing it, and it's almost picked off by Deontay Lawson again. He has had a chance to have four picks today, and if he hadn't dropped two, this would have been like one of the greatest defensive performances by a Madden rookie, I would have to say. As now 4th and 3 in the no huddle formation. CJ Stroud staying in the same look now, looking to run it. Will he get the first down? He will over Cody Barton, and I believe that was Cedric Gray who tried to stop him, but kind of just he'd already been there. Could not force the fumble, and that's what I'm looking for. We need a big hit to make CJ Stroud fumble because he's running all over us. He thinks it's easy games or whatever, but we gotta show me mean the business on defense. It's now 2nd and goal, still in that no huddle, trying to save as much time as possible. CJ Stroud sends Nico Collins in motion, but he hands it off to Joe Mixon, who has nowhere to go. Now CJ Stroud still in that no huddle, 3rd and goal. CPU really strives in no huddle, and this is why, as you can see, he has a wide open person all the way on the left side of the field. As now Titans dialing up a blitz, CJ Stroud will look to run it and then just throw it to Tank or Nico Collins. Looked like he might have had an easy touchdown, but he just decided to throw it. But here comes the easy touchdown now, as that is Jaden Higgins with the catch, the rookie. And now look at this, it's a 7 point game, less than 2 minutes to go. We need a first down to probably ice it or try to ice it. If we get a first down right here, then it won't be iced, as we obviously won't get a first down here as Cam Ward had nowhere to go on that RPO. Now to third and 10. Cam Ward going up the seam for Calvin Ridley, and that will ice the game as you see the play clock winding down here. We will take a 35 to 28 dub over the Texans in game one of the two. And for game two, we are lucky once again because it is prime time football, Thursday night lights, as Joey slides here to kick it away. And that will be number 6 on the return, trying to work his way up the field. And look at the guy from last game, Deontay Lawson, already starting off strong with a tackle as Joe Mixon takes it off. First handoff of the game, breaking one tackle, breaking two. Joe Mixon still on his feet. Joe Mixon breaking 4 tackles. Oh my goodness. He's a bouncing Betty. Broke off of everybody there. And man, oh man, I told you, automated CPU cheats. I mean, I know Joe Mixon has Tank, but like, come on, 4 hit sticks in a row. You're not breaking all of them. It's not like Tank is a guaranteed break, but what can you say? The automatic CPU pulls off the craziest tricks and magic, whatever you want to call it, as Tony Pollard breaks one tackle. He ran a little bit backwards there. Probably should have just taken his like forward progress or whatever he could have fought for. But it's whatever. Second and 6, we get it underneath to Alec Meyer, who will be given the first down as there is an injured player on the field. And just a little bit of a foresight for this game. Injuries happened all over. I believe Caden Proctor got taken out of this game. Already, we missed it. Caden Proctor got taken out of this. It was either this game or the last one. Caden Proctor got taken out with a bruised sternum. He will be back, though, when we return in week 11 against the Bengals as Cam Ward. Oh, he almost had Okonkwo. He couldn't hang on, though, as once again, that is a Texans injury timeout. That was Danielle Hunter there now, second and 20 past the holding call. Another injury, this time Dan Moore. And like I was saying, this is one of those games, injury timeouts like kept happening. Like you might not see some of the injury timeouts because we're skipping plays, but like there was an injury almost like every other play in these like opening drives as Okonkwo has another touchdown on the season. He's just been grinding it out for us as Joey Sly is here to kick it away. Return here by the Texans gets up to the 28-yard line as that was almost like a really weird animation. It like broke a tackle and teleported forward as once again another injury timeout is now third and 2. CJ Stroud dropping back to pass, rolling up in the pocket will have an easy first down, and he has been running the ball on us all the both of these games. He's just been running the ball as Joe Mixon takes it outside on the handoff. Joe Mixon, oh my goodness, looking like Marshawn Lynch so far this game, just breaking tackles every which way as Joe Mixon again tries to truck move, and Xavier Woods actually fell backwards there. But luckily, Joe Mixon was brought down too as he takes it once again on the halfback draw. This time gets it to second and two. This will be the last play of the first quarter. Joe Mixon grinding it out right up the middle, gets a first down and more. And man, oh man, Joe Mixon was not like this 2 weeks ago as CJ Stroud goes outside for the corner route and it is a touchdown. Joe Mixon was not playing like this 2 weeks ago. If he was playing like this 2 weeks ago, the Texans probably would have almost or had a better chance to win that game than they do right now as Cam Moore driving back to pass, getting it underneath to Okonkwo, who will get forced out of bounds for a 7-yard gain. Now third and 3. Cam Moore driving back to pass, looking for the first down, gets it to Tony Pollard, who hangs on through the traffic. Now first and 10 off the play action going outside for Alec Meyer. And that's another thing. We need to dev up these wide receivers as Cam Ward reads the easy cover too. Gets it up the sideline for Ken DK. We need to dev up these wide receivers. Alec Meyer has been stuck at star dev since last season. I mean, Chikazium Okonkwo has dev'd up before him. And I mean, I guess that makes a little bit of sense because Chikazium Okonkwo was also star dev. And we kind of threw the ball to him a little bit more as Christian Harris gets an easy sack there. Cam Ward going for the end zone and has Calvin Ridley for a touchdown. And Calvin Ridley has so many touchdowns this year. He has all the touchdowns. He has no receiving yards, but he has so many touchdowns. It's absolutely insane there as the Titans kicking squad looking like the firing squad almost. Just banging out every hit sticks after hit sticks as get it to the 2 minute warning after a good gain on the out route. Now going to the out route again, gets the first down and more. But I need Alec Ayumar to dev up. Cause I need another superstar receiver. It shouldn't just be Okonkwo as the tight end has now fourth from one. Kaimi Baron takes the easy field goal to have the Texans take a 3-point lead as the rookie Le'Veon Moss gets it up to the 29-yard line. Now we're just looking for some points before halftime, but we do have to remember we do get the ball after half, so if we can't, it's totally fine. We have two drives to at least score as Tony Pollard gets it into about Joey Sly's field goal range as we use our first timeout. 47 yards should be barely up and good, but still good as Cam Ward rolling out of the pocket looking for somebody. Anybody gets it to Tony Pollard now officially in Joey Sly's field goal range. 18 seconds left. We use our second timeout. Still in that gun trips formation. Cam Ward looking for somebody going deep, but this will be a little bit too far out. Kim DK still tried to make the catch though, and he kind of had it, but probably wouldn't have got his feet down as Tony Pollard, oh my goodness, gets blown up there. We should have had more than that first down, but it's okay as now in the five wide formation, we're going for the sideline and it's brought in by Jalen Tolbert, who gets a foot out. Now 3 seconds left looking for a touchdown. Cam Ward under pressure going for Ridley, but it's forced out. And like I said earlier, that's fine. We get the ball out. We get the ball coming out at halftime, so it's a little fine to take a risk, but we just need to lead somehow, some way as now Marcus Harris, or not Marcus Harris, the rookie, Le'Veon Moss will have it on the return, gets it up to the 30-yard line. Now first and 10, first play of the second half. Tony Pollard has some space. Tony Pollard juking back inside, breaks one tackle, gets it to the 47-yard line. Now we skip a little play, second and 9. Cam Ward going underneath for our backup tight end, Gunnar Helm. And Gunnar Helm is a very decent tight end. He could probably be, I don't think he could be a starting tight end somewhere, but he could definitely be like a devable tight end. If we really started him, we could definitely dev him up the way we have Okonkwo. Because when we started with these tight ends, I believe he was already star dev, or if not star dev, then he got it after we went to the Super Bowl last season. But he's definitely a solid tight end. I mean, he gets it done for us when Okonkwo's not in, as Kim DK has the touchdown, and the Titans will take their lead after halftime. But like I was saying, when Okonkwo is not in, Gunnar Helm can really get it done for us. And you see him on some plays that we run, but Okonkwo is just a better tight end, so we will have to play the better one as CJ Stroud goes outside on the play action. Chiadobe Awuzie with the tackle there. Now CJ Stroud running out of time and he throws an Italian meatball sub straight to Amani Hooker. You got it hit as he threw it there, and it's just Amani Hooker, right place, right time, right into his hands as Cam Ward. Oh my goodness. How did he get it into Kim DK there? That was an amazing throw nonetheless. And now Cam Ward dropping back to pass, going deep for Alec Anumar, flag on the play, but it's swatted away by Derek Stingley. Probably not the quarterback you when it says he has that X factor and he has a lot of speed so he can stay up, but that's a holding call on Lloyd Kushner. Now second and 15, Cam Ward going deep again for Kim DK, who has a step, but it's overthrown. Oh my goodness. Would have been a touchdown, or more of an easier touchdown there. Is now third and 15. We dial off the screen pass to Tony Pollard, who's working his way outside, cuts back inside. Will not have the first down by 2 yards, and on a fourth and 2, decides to not take a risk, just take our 7-point lead there. Now 19 seconds left to what? Oh my goodness. Deontay Lawson almost did it again, but the CPU reads through it and kind of lobs it past. And now in the fourth quarter, coming off the quarterback sneak for an easy first down, CJ Stroud looking to pass it, and it's picked off by Mr. O.O. He's been a little bit silent in these past couple games, but he has found himself looking for a DPOY. I mean, he has the sacks, he has picks, he has tackles for losses. He can really do it all. He is definitely in the early conversation so far as Cam Ward is rolling out looking for Anumeyer. Oh, who almost made the catch, but there's a flag on the play, and the refs call a defensive pass interference on Derek Stingley, and now we are at the 1 yard line, going outside for Okonkwo, who will have another touchdown. And that DPOI kind of saved us, I guess, or not really saved us because we would have had more plays to score a touchdown, but a little bit of lucky break for us, I guess you can say, as C.J. Stroud goes outside for Nico Collins, who has a first down and more now under 5 minutes to go. The Texans kind of need a little bit of a comeback here as C.J. Stroud somehow fits it into a tight window for Tank Dell. Now about 4 minutes left to go. Man in motion. CJ Stroud going outside for Joe Mixon, who has a first down and a little bit more. But Deontay Lawson is able to catch up to him now. 1st and 10. Joe Mixon in motion again as CJ Stroud going outside for Nico Collins, who have it to 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. CJ Stroud driving back to pass. Now rolling up in the pocket. Gets it into the end zone as Tank Dell. He's been a solid receiver for the Texans these last 2 games. He's getting the work in. He's definitely getting the work in. As C.J. Stroud has it easily in for the 2-point conversion. And just like that, it's a 6-point game as Tony Pollard has a first down and more. We just need to take time off the clock and move up to 6-0 in the division. Hopefully, we just don't make any mistakes or somebody doesn't fumble as the Texans using their timeouts a little bit early here. Handing it off to Tony Pollard again, just trying to take time off the clock. Tony Pollard has a hole. Tony Pollard has some space, but he's tackled by Derek Stingley again. And Derek Stingley, 3 times this video where we have had long rushing touchdowns, but he has just been the last man, and we cannot seem to escape him. As Cam Ward made a good spin move there. Now Tony Pollard taking it on 2nd and 10, who has the first down. Texans out of timeouts. We can take this down to the 2-minute warning if we don't like it, but we will. And Chigazi Okongwu, oh my goodness, wide open as soon as the play started. Just the defenders must have forgot about him as we go for Kim Dike there. We shouldn't have done that. We had Tony Pollard wide open, but we did not see it, I guess, as Kim Dike kind of makes up for the interception with the hawk down tackle as now under 2 minutes to go going outside for Jaden Higgins. Okay, get it to 2nd and 4, and now with no timeouts, they kind of need to stay in the no huddle or at least get out of bounds. And Joe Mixon breaks another tackle, and he will be out of bounds as a Titans defender tried to dive for him at the last second. And now this is not what you want to do, keeping the ball in bounds. You have no timeouts. Dalton Schultz with that last catch. C.J. Stroud dropping back to pass, lobbing it over top of Cedric Gray's head. Ball still in play. Clock still winding, still in that no huddle. C.J. Stroud dropping back to pass, getting it to Joe Mixon over the middle, who break once again. Another tackle, still in the no huddle. C.J. Stroud staying in the near seam formation, dropping back to pass, looking for somebody, anybody, rolling up in the pocket, looking to run. C.J. Stroud, oh my goodness, gets absolutely upended by Cedric Gray. And now 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line, no goal line. They're still in that gun formation. C.J. Stroud dropping back to pass, rolling up in the pocket, and he's sacked by Jeffrey Simmons. Now 3rd and goal from the 6th, hardest thing to do in football. First thing is 2-minute drill, and second thing is scoring in the red zone as C.J. Stroud rolling up again, and Cedric Gray takes his toll on the quarterback again. Now 4th and goal, 40 seconds left to go from the 3-yard line. Past this point, they will need more than a miracle to win this game as C.J. Stroud has time, rolling up, going for Nico Collins, but it's picked off by Amani Hooker again. And with that, this game, or these 2 game stretches, will come to a close as we rise up to 6-0 in the division and 9-1 on, or yeah, 9 yeah, 9-1 on the year. And now here comes the harder part of the season, just staying undefeated, playing our best football, because after this bye week we have a little bit of an easier game against the Bengals, but past that, Packers, Giants, Chargers, Bills, or Ravens, Bills. It's an absolute gauntlet. I forgot the Giants. I think I said the Giants. I don't know. But other than that, that's going to be it for me in this video. The next video will probably come out sometime during the week or next weekend per usual. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.